Hello and welcome to a brand new show of Khaane Pe Charcha, and this time we are coming to you from the Cumin restaurant at Taj President. You know, there's always this nostalgia when it comes to this hotel. As a child, I've been here and I've just had the fondest memories of really enjoying hospitality of Taj President. But on Khaane Pe Charcha today I have a guest who has changed and touched many lives. They say that a stitch in time saves life. But in Dr. Shah's case, well, it's a joint which in a sense has changed how you actually live and walk for the rest of your life. In India, knee surgery is something which was considered to be a taboo, a dangerous affair till about 20 years ago, till the time Dr. Shah made it simple, affordable and effective. What a pleasure to have you on ET Now, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. I am so honored and so delighted to have you on the show because I've seen your good work. I've heard about your patients and I know about how you've changed their lives. So if I say, just for the benefit of our viewers, that you've done the highest number of surgeries in the world, will I be incorrect or will I be correct?
Absolutely.
You've done the highest number of surgeries in the world.
Yeah.
How many surgeries have you done?
1,50,000 knees and hip and shoulder replacements.
And this is the count till last year or you've added this year's number also?
Last year.
Okay. So how many surgeries do you do in a day?
20 to 25.
20 to 25 surgeries in a day. In a day?
In a day, yes.
Or Saturday, Sunday?
Saturdays, yes. Sundays, no.
Or bank days? Holidays?
No holidays.
Okay. No holidays, you work 5 days, 6 days in a,
Six
in a
days
week,
in a week, yes.
And you do 20 to 25 surgeries in a day.
That's right.
I want to understand that how much time does it take for you to do a surgery? And how does it start?
Well, patient gets admitted in the morning and within couple of hours all the reports are done. And then the patient is taken in OR where anesthesia and all preparation are done. That takes 1 hour. Then I get in, do the surgery, 10-12 minutes, trials are in, I'm out. Then the closure and the other procedure start, which takes 40-45 minutes. But I go to second OT. So that is how I keep on moving different operation theaters like assembly line.
So what role do you play in a surgery? Because you must be spending, like you said, 15 to 20 minutes. So what is your role?
See, knee surgery is I would not say very difficult surgery, but very typical surgery where if you don't do it perfect, near perfect nahi chalta hai. If you don't do it perfect, patient is unhappy. Patient cannot walk properly. And if you mess up with heart surgery, patient will die. So he is not going to curse you. But if you mess up with knee or hip surgery, patient will not die. Patient will be limping whole life and cursing you whole life.
Sahi baat hai. Sahi baat. Sahi baat. Knee surgery was considered to be a very complicated surgery. And the whole thought of changing your knee, which is your original knee, with something which is mechanical and which is man-made, is like putting a foreign object in your body. It sounds very, very scary. And you made it look very easy and very effective. So how complicated it is, and if you are putting a foreign object and replacing knee with a steel surgery, or it is steel cap, right?
It is cobalt chrome.
Okay, it is a metal cap, right? Why is that the body is able to adopt to it? Ek kaanta bhi andar aa jata hai to body throws it away.
Well, it's super alloy. It is F75 cobalt chrome molybdenum, and it suits to body. Hip joints are of titanium. It suits more to body. So as far as suiting the body or allergy to body is not a problem. It is done in lakhs of the patients over entire world and there is no problem about that. Now some patients who are allergic to nickel, because there is very minute amount of nickel in this. So pure titanium or coated implants are used. Nowadays coated implants, titanium niobium coating is available so that you can prevent that allergy, little bit allergy also. Having said this, there was taboo also and there was fear also. And to that extent, in '94 when I came back from USA, patient would enter your office and tell, डॉक्टर अगर ऑपरेशन की बात करने वाले हो तो मैं अंदर नहीं आऊंगी. So that was a kind of fear that they want only medicine, physiotherapy, some ointment to apply and go home. No surgery. It was very tough. You talk to 100 patients and hardly one would get ready. So it was very tough time to start with, because all the surgeons, see, another thing I want to tell you, when one typical surgery, many surgeons mess up, surgery gets a bad name. Surgery gets a bad name. But something like appendix, if some surgeon mess up, he will get a bad name because it's a common surgery. So uncommon surgery messed up by many surgeons, ये ऑपरेशन तो बहुत भारी है, इसमें रिजल्ट नहीं मिलते हैं, मतलब डॉक्टर विल नॉट गेट बैड नेम. सो इट वाज सिचुएशन लाइक दैट दिस ऑपरेशन हैड अ बैड नेम.
My next question is perhaps a very basic question, which is that if I look at India, the gene what we have a lot of, our gene pool essentially has a problem when it comes to diabetes. Our gene pool has a problem when it comes to heart, and our gene pool has a lot of problems, especially Indian women, when it comes to knee problems. Why is that? And is it true if I say like this?
There are two types of diseases. One is a lifestyle diseases and other is infection and other problems. We are talking about lifestyle diseases. Is more often because of food habits rather than genetics.
So the knee problems happen because of food problem?
Yes.
Okay.
Our food is very high in carbohydrate,
Okay.
very low in vitamin D, very low in vitamin C. We are osteoporotic. प्रोटीन कम है तो कार्टिलेज नहीं बनता है, तो we wear out our joint in early 50s and 40s,
Okay.
which happens in Western world in 60s or 70s.
So high protein diet can prevent
High
knee
protein
problems.
diet, you know,
ये कार्ब्स है तो प्रोटीन ऑर्डर करें क्या क्यूमिन के मेन्यू से? ये तो कार्ब्स लग रहे हैं.
we are carb
मेन्यू लाए
lovers.
भैया प्रोटीन ऑर्डर करना पड़ेगा.
We are carb lovers. We Indians are carb lovers.
Okay.
So we need to cut down on carbohydrates. But we need lot of proteins, lot of vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B. We don't eat fruits. We don't eat salads. We eat cooked food. No animal in the world eat cooked food. And we want everything cooked. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. We burn everything and eat. Everything has a calorific value.
I've been always, on the lighter side, always wanted to ask a surgeon that you're good at handling knife, but are you also good at handling kitchen knife?
Yes, I actually, you know, both are stress buster for me.
Okay. अब ऑपरेशन करना कैसे स्ट्रेस बस्टर हो सकता है?
Yes,
कटिंग
it
नीज
is.
कैन नॉट बी स्ट्रेस
See,
बस्टर.
I want to tell you something. In Singapore meeting, I was asked about evolution of a surgeon. Evolution of a surgeon. When surgeon starts his career, it is a outer cortex surgery. He's thinking and doing it. He's perspiring. He's asking assistant. If anesthetist is talking to somebody, he will shout at him, keep quiet. He's perspiring. After 2-3 hours, he's exhausted, surgery is over. That is stage 1. Stage 2 is small brain surgery, where he does regularly and little effortlessly. He is able to do it without scolding anesthetist. He does couple of surgeries daily. He's not tired. He will not shout at patients in round also. Most of the surgeons stop at these 2 levels. The 3rd level comes, the surgery comes at a spinal level. So spinal reflex level he starts working. So OT में music चलता है. He is doing it effortlessly.
आपके ओटी में क्या चलता है? म्यूजिक चलता है?
We ask patient. If patient wants to listen to Sundarkand, Jain Stavan, the patient is awake.
If they say they want to watch ET now, what will you say? Stock market देखने सर्जरी के साथ?
We don't have TVs in the OT. So spinal reflex level.
सपोज कोई पेशेंट को हमारा शो देखना है ओटी में, आप क्या बोलेंगे? बोलो डॉक्टर वो जो अपने शो कराते 18 पे वो सर्जरी के समय दिखा दीजिए, तो आप क्या करो?
चालू करके तेरा आवाज सुना दे. So spinal reflex level, most of the surgeons stop. But 1 in 100,000 surgeon reaches to next level. That is, surgery comes to fingers. So it ceases to be a science and becomes an art. So surgery happens, he doesn't do it. So it is not only effortless, but it's like Michelangelo drawing something. He doesn't think and draw something.
But so when you do any surgery, because just like one shoe does not fit all, every human body is different.
Yes, absolutely.
So is there a checklist which you have to go through?
No.
With every patient you go through a checklist?
No, once we see X-ray and...
You show carb chalega? Protein?
No, I will not have carb. I will have black coffee.
Yes, please.
Once we open the knee, we know where we are, what we are doing, and within 10 minutes everything is over. So nothing is to be thought about. You don't have to think anything.
How did you handle COVID?
COVID.
And because I'm asking a doctor and then I'll ask the founder.
See,
because this was not a critical surgery, so I'm sure nobody would have come for knee operations during COVID.
Our work, actually, it is the only year our work went down and our turnover also went down. And all the hospitals were full of COVID patients and we were doing it at a government rate. So we saved, actually, if you ask me, in Gujarat, we saved highest number of lives in private sector.
Okay, how many lives did you save?
In 70,000 to 80,000. And we gave highest number of vaccines also.
Okay. Is business back to normal?
100%.
Is it higher than COVID?
No, it is more than normal because people who had been waiting for a couple of years, now they are coming back with vengeance that we want to get it done. We are suffering, we could not get it done.
What was the cost of a knee surgery or a hip surgery, let's say 10 years ago, and what is the cost now?
It is 20 to 30% more. So it is more cost effective if you consider inflation index in mind. It has become more cost effective.
Okay. So knee surgery is a highly affordable surgery now. It is no longer a luxury.
Not at all.
What is the price? What was the price, let's say, 10 years ago?
10 years ago, it was 1.25 lakh to 2.5 lakh. Now it is 1.5 lakh to 3 lakh.
Jabki everything has almost doubled or tripled in last 10 years.
Yes.
Is it largely because government has put a cap?
No. Hospital charges have also not increased to that extent.
कहते हैं कि भाई डॉक्टर का बेटा डॉक्टर बनता है, कहते हैं लॉयर का बेटा लॉयर बनता है. आपके केस में ऐसा नहीं है. Your son you did not join your father's business. He was engineer.
Yes.
आप डॉक्टर बने, and your son is not becoming a doctor. You never told him, भाई आजा घर का business है, join me. I will teach you all the insights of the knee.
Well, I offered him once when he was in school about 7th or 8th standard. And he just frankly told me, and he was very clear even at that age, that I don't have inclination towards science side, forget about medical side.
Okay.
So I want to take commerce. I said, fine, when he is not interested on science side at all, how I am going to make him a good surgeon? If he is not loving it, you can't become good.
So what can I say would be Dr. Vikram Shah's legacy? I mean, do you have somebody whom you're grooming in your team? Do you have a batch of students whom you're grooming to take it forward?
Well, I treat my main hospitals as a nursery. So I have trained hundreds and thousands of surgeons from across the world, from Africa, Asia, even from Europe. I have gone and done live surgeries in more than 20 countries across the world to show to the surgeons. Now, these surgeons which are kept by me, whenever I make new hospitals, say in Jaipur, say in Indore, so while construction starts, I take 5-7 surgeons from there.
How many surgeons do you have in the group now?
In the group now we have more than 100 orthopedics.
And would you always be a specialized orthopedic hospital chain?
No, we are known for orthopedics. We are multi-speciality hospitals, but we are known for orthopedics. Our 50%, 45% work is still orthopedics. But our other part is growing faster because it is having a lower base. So that is growing faster, and oncology is particularly growing much faster.
If you grow at a rate of 20%, in 10 years you become 10x. In 20 years you become 100x. Without acquisitions, do you think for Shalby group of hospitals, 20% growth है 5 साल तक दिखती है?
See, what you are saying is a product of protecting your EBITDA margin. If you are able to do that, if your margins are intact, you can do it, right? And if you see, our margins are intact for last 10 years. We have increased our margins and not decreased our margins. We have optimized our cost to that level that we work at one of the highest EBITDA margin in the industry. So we will do that.
They say that there's a difference when you are a doctor because you're focused on healthcare more and patient care more, and it gets slightly tricky when you become an entrepreneur. You're a doctor who's turned an entrepreneur, and two different roles. How are you managing both?
It's very simple. It is very simple. I always say this thing. Healthcare is a business of reputation. If you build reputation, people will pay you. If you don't build reputation, if you are after money, people know it and people don't want to come to you. So you build your reputation, do good work, don't look at money, money will come. People want to pay. Nobody wants free. Whatever people want free, they go to government hospital or go to Ayushman. People who come in a private hospital, they are ready to pay. But they want to know that you are a right person to pay or not.
How much market share do you have? If I can talk in terms of numbers.
Organized market share is 15%.
15%?
Yeah, we do 18,000, or nursing homes I have not calculated, or small hospitals. But organized sector, 15%. We do 18,000 joints in a year. And we are number one in the world by that volume also.
Is there a pattern in so many patients which you see you complain of hip and knee joints? Is there a pattern which is at play, or every case is different?
No, see, there is a pattern, means there is a medial osteoarthritis, that is a standard arthritis in the knee. In the hip, we have more of avascular necrosis, and that has gone 3 to 4 times more post-COVID because of steroids.
And if there is a billboard on which you want to write one mantra of life, what would be that mantra?
Mark Twain said this long back. There are 2 important days in man's life. One when he is born and when he finds out why.
What is your why?
That's what I am doing.
To essentially change lives.
Yeah.
Change lives in a manner where you are also appreciated as an entrepreneur. And frankly, I think this is such a nice thought that there's nothing wrong in being an entrepreneur. As long as you're doing it responsibly, as long as you are solving a problem, and as long as you're making people happy, I guess that's what entrepreneurship is. Find the need of the society, scale it up, do it in a legit manner, and the whole experience of being a medical surgeon and an entrepreneur is that you are actually having impact on the life. That is something which is so, so beautiful. तो एक healthcare tip लेते हैं सर आपसे. 3 things which one should not do, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s or 50s.
You know what we Indians do? In 20s and 30s, you are sitting in the clubs and having drinks and food. And at 50s and 60s, you start running.
Right.
And you mess up with your knees and hips and back. So, you need to do ulta. You start doing those things at 20s and 30s. Don't wait until your doctor tells you to do exercise. So, you do good exercises in your early 20s, 30s, 40s. Food habits, have 50% of food uncooked. And 20 to 25% of proteins in your food as a daily affair is very important.
Very simple. Keep life very simple.
Yeah.
सोच कर समझ कर खाओ, सेहत का ख्याल रखो, एंड देन डॉक्टर शाह के पास जाके कॉफ़ी पियो, सर्जरी के लिए मत जाओ।